Welcome back, everyone, to another video here with Invest for Tomorrow. And to all the first-time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. And to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watched this video, that you found it helpful and informative, and that you learned something new. So here we are with the website to one of the companies that ARK Invest has been buying as the dip of the correction had recently started. All the way to this point, they've been loading up. We're going to look at their position, how much it's grown. I caught it on the first date that they started buying, and as it continued to go lower, they just kept on adding more, and as it's starting to kind of recover and rebalance itself, they just keep on adding more. And you know how ARK Invest believes in 3D printing. This is a 3D printing company that's going to go through a Spac merger. So this is the website, Mark Forged. I definitely recommend you check it out to learn more about the company. But let's look at how ARK Invest has reacted. And we've been talking about this one since I started to see strength. So we went ahead and talked about this one over the weekend. And I stated over at the Patreon that A1, this is a Spac merger that has been pulling down due to the market conditions in the last month, but picked up steam recently. The merger has not been finalized, and it should switch from A1 to MKFG sometime close to the beginning of the summer once the merger is finalized. So it's still in the process. It's not even guaranteed. But now, one of the things that this is very interesting about is ARK Invest has been loading up on this one while it has been falling within the last month. They have went from holding around 300,000 to 1.5 million shares in just a month. That's a bold approach, getting into this one early because the merger has not been finalized. While sitting at $12, it's looking interesting. The closer to 10, the more interesting it gets. I will post a link down below for you guys to see the company and so forth. And I even saw an article. But if you guys want to know live updates and weekly updates on when I'm looking at different ticker symbols, you can join over at the Patreon. You'll gain access to all the ones I've talked about previously and the ones I'm going to talk about in the near future as the weeks go by. So we've been talking about this one and watching this one, and I definitely talked about how, you know, on the RSI it's pulling upwards, the MACD, there's almost a cross here, crossing section that it can continue to pull up possibly, and there's some recovery, but we wanted to watch it to see if there was a pullback since the whole market was pulling back, you know, on Monday, slight recovery. Then yesterday it looked a little bit red and today it got green. So we'll see how things play out the rest of this week. But, you know, at $12, this is looking like a bold decision from ARK Invest to be buying on the way down and on the way up. Okay, very, very interesting. So let's go ahead and see here their chart, and then we're going to look at how ARK Invest has added up. I basically stated it there, but I want you guys to see it in their ETFs and their PDFs that I have. So here we have it, seeing it going downwards. So the first time that they registered a purchase was back on the 24th, okay? So on the 24th of February, that's where this was running up, okay? And then it started to pull down since the 25th, and it hit a bottom here of 1030, ran back up to 13.70 cents and some change, pulled back down, and it's sitting at 12.38. So let's look at how ARK Invest has reacted since. So when I did that post on Patreon, they had 1.5 million. Let's see if they've actually gone up a little bit, and that's going to tell you how bold they are about this, because even when it's pulling back, if they're buying more, that's pretty big. So here's on the 24th, and you can see A1 right here, 208,917 shares. That was on the 24th of February in RQ. So let's go ahead and pull up the 16th, which was yesterday, right, of March, RQ, and we're going to look for A1. So A1's right here, and they have 1.6 million. 1,600,174 shares. They're being bold. When I posted it on Patreon, they had 1.5, and that was over the weekend. So A1 is definitely going to be maybe number 2 Nndm. That's the way I'm seeing it. That's how bold they're being about it. And I feel like they don't want to miss out on this, because they probably feel like they've missed out like on other ones that have grown tremendously, that are like DD. When it comes to the 3D printing space, like this one right here, I think it is. Yeah, 3D systems. You know, this one ran up all the way up to a peak here of $50 and some change from the lows down here of $11, and it pulled back. And I haven't really seen them do much about this, but I feel like they're not worried about this one. They're like, you know what, that one already grew. I want to catch the ones that are down here with the potential to go up here and stay up there, right? That's really what they're looking for. So A1 is definitely looking like an opportunity, and this is definitely one you want to keep on your watch list and do more due diligence on. So definitely go to their website to see more about them. But man, 3D printing is looking like the future for real. If we haven't accepted it yet, you know, those are some of the plays that are going to be growth sectors in the future, and they're going to change the way things are done, you know, systematically like we know it. I mean, it's just incredible what a 3D printer can create while no one's around. It can just do it. So it's going to make things of manufacturing and everything a lot more, I guess, smoother, hopefully, without any supervision, and it's just going to allow things to be produced. And then this has a little bit of a tie-up with raw materials needed to print. So it's just wild how raw materials and 3D printing is going to be innovative in changing the game to everything that we know. And that's part of the market. I mean, the market is always ever changing. There's always new innovation. And while you don't want to accept certain things, it's probably the time to accept it, especially when you see institutional investors being bold. I definitely look into other institutional investors if they're buying into this one before the merger. That would be interesting as well. But I believe that, you know, for, you know, the track record of Nndm in ARK Invest portfolio and growing through all these offerings in the pullback and running back up, and how bold Cathie Wood is on 3D printing, and she's going into this one before the merger, I mean, that says a lot. I look forward to seeing your guys' thoughts down below and how you feel about this one, but definitely one to add to your watch list. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.